In today's video, I am talking about using anger to manifest. If you are right now in a position where you're trying to manifest love or success in your life, I'm just pulling up into someone's driveway at the moment actually, so I don't know if someone comes out shouting and you hear any noise, that will probably be what it is. Yeah, if you are at the moment trying to manifest love in your life or success of some sort, and no matter what you do, it feels like it's just nothing's working, you're not getting anywhere, and you're taking one step forward only to take 10 back, this video is for you. And I'm going to be sharing with you, chances are the reason why your manifestations are not sticking and they're not coming to full fruition. Using anger to manifest is quite a controversial way of going about it, but it does work, and it's very, very, very powerful. And I'll explain to you exactly what I mean. Basically, I was expelled from high school when I was just 16, and I was a typical problem child. I started to self-harm when I was about 14. I started smoking weed, bunking off school, you know, always in detention, getting involved with the wrong crowd, drinking, partying, didn't pay any attention to my parents. I lived with my nan for a lot of my teen years, and I was just all over the place, you know, pain in the arse, and I got expelled from school. I went to college, I did a travel and tourism course. I didn't really want to be there. I had no interest really in studying. I was with a guy who used to beat me up. He was an alcoholic. He was quite a few years older than me, and my life was just a mess. I was very angry at the world, very angry at my parents due to various reasons. And yeah, I just wasn't switched on. I had a lot of anger, a lot of resentment, a lot of frustration, and I was pissed off with the whole world. Pissed off with myself, hated myself, blah, blah, blah. You get the picture, right? And anyway, basically what happened is me and this guy, we split up. I had a pregnancy scare, and we split up. And that was the turning point for me. Having a pregnancy scare and then him dumping me was what kind of woke me up and made me realise, Holly, you know, you need to sort your shit out. A few years before that, I'd been to America. And I'd been to America twice actually. Once when I was sort of about 9-ish, we went to Disney World. And then a second time when I was 15, 16. Anyway, I always wanted to travel. I fell in love with America, and I sort of thought to myself, right, I really want to live in America. So at that point, you know, after I'd split up with this guy and I'd had, you know, quite a lot, I'd been through quite a lot with him, I sort of thought to myself, right, okay, I need to sort my shit out. I need to get my life in order. What is it that I want to do? And America was the only thing that I could think of that had ever excited me and ever really kind of made me feel like, wow, that would be amazing if I could do that, if I could achieve that. So I poured all of that negative emotion, all of that anger, frustration, bitterness, resentment at my family, at my parents, at the world, people who'd upset me and hurt me. I channeled it all into getting to America. I got through college, my travel and tourism course. I managed to get a pass by the skin of my teeth, a pass and a merit. And I then applied to a program called Camp America, and I got in straight away. And this is, you know, a perfect example of how the universe steps in. No matter where you're at, no matter what emotion you're experiencing, when you actively and positively use negative emotion to work for you, the universe will step in. And I'll go into more details about how I've done that with various examples in my life in another video perhaps. But yeah, I got into college just like that. I then got into Camp America just like that, and I went to New York, and I came back a different person. I was out there for 4 months, and that really changed my life in terms of it opened my eyes to what was possible for me. Something that might have felt like a pipe dream at one point actually started to become a reality, and I realized, actually, you know, this is real. This could actually work for me. And I came back. I worked pretty hard. I took a gap year. I then went to university, which everyone was very shocked at, and ended up graduating in America. To cut a long story short, I went out to Michigan and I graduated in business. I got a business degree with honours. Shortly after that, I then got offered a job in California for a year in a hotel management program, an internship. So I completely turned my life around and left everyone shocked. And this is how, you know, the universe, the law of attraction, when you actively use anger to manifest and you use a sense of rejection, abandonment, disappointment, whatever negative emotion it is that you're maybe feeling at the moment with life, with certain people and situations that have unfolded, and you've been left empty-handed and felt, you know, out in the cold like the victim or hard done by. When you use all of that and you think, right, I'm going to use this as my weapon, I'm going to use this as part of my ammunition to prove everybody wrong. A lot of people might say to you, oh no, that's not very good, like, don't do that. You get a lot of people in the spiritual community who will discourage anger. But let me tell you something. The best spiritual gurus out there, Abraham Hicks, Gabby Bernstein, Wayne Dyer, Louise Hay, they all talk about moving up what's known as the emotional guidance scale. And what they mean by that is that in order for you to start manifesting properly and create the life of your dreams properly and not have this on, off, up, down, hot, cold type experience where one day you might be feeling great and then the next day you're feeling, you know, shit, you need to move through that negative emotion. There's no way around it, or, you know, just putting a happy sticker on it and pretending like, oh, you know, I'm going to be happy, when you're not. You can't pretend and act like life's a bowl of cherries if it isn't, okay? So the only way to do it is to embrace that anger, to fully immerse yourself in it and allow it to have its way with you. But not to go around, you know, shouting and screaming and being violent or anything like that, or wreaking revenge on people, but to channel it into something positive, to channel it into something that makes you come alive, like America did with me. America was something that I thought I really, you know, if I could achieve that, I would be so happy. And if I'm honest, it was a form of revenge as well, because like I said, I was still very angry with everyone. I was still angry with, you know, myself, with the world, with life, and I wanted to prove everyone wrong. I wanted to prove that I was good enough, and that, yes, I'd been expelled from high school, but I was going to be the one to defy all the odds. And, you know, most successful people, you know, they go to sixth form, they do everything right, don't they? I hadn't done anything right, really, in my teen years. I was always a good student, but then it all went wrong, and as I said, you know, I did all this stupid shit, and I really wanted to, you know, I had this feeling within me of, I really want to get everyone I want to prove everyone wrong, and I want to get back at everyone. And the best way that I could think to do that was actually success. And I'll tell you something now, okay? If there is a lot of people that have hurt you, and there's a lot of people that have made you feel this big in your life and made you feel like you're not good enough, you're ugly or stupid, whatever, and you feel rejected and abandoned, and you've been made to feel like that because you've had it all projected onto you through certain experiences and certain behaviour of others. Success is the best form of revenge. It is the best form of revenge. The amount of people that didn't take me seriously when I said I'm going to go to America and I'm going to graduate and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, they looked at me like, what? Yeah, all right, that's a bit unrealistic, isn't it? But you know what? I did it all. I did it all. And what fueled me, what gave me that fire in my belly and that determination was anger. That was the secret to my success. And the universe helped me. The law of attraction actively stepped out and was like, here. Like I said, even when I was having bad days, when I was depressed, when I was suicidal, and I was on the floor, I still somehow managed to get into college. And then when I bucked my ideas up and I thought, right, that's it, no more stupid boyfriends, no more pregnancy scares or any of that, no more drugs. And I decided, right, America is the vision here, it's the focal point for me. Everything sped up. And if you're familiar with my content, you'll know that I have created something called the Law of Attraction Miracle Process, which is a 14-day program. It's self-paced, and you can use it literally by plucking any manifestation that you are struggling with right now to bring to fruition. Wherever you are on the emotional guidance scale, if it is anger, if it's frustration, if it's revenge, that's fine. And through specific exercises that I provide you with, you can cultivate that manifestation by finding the balance between where you are at emotionally, what your beliefs are about worthiness, being good enough and so on, money, love, anything like that that might be tripping you up right now that you keep sort of getting stuck over. And we will move you very quickly through all of that and speed up the results that you are currently getting, but also help you and basically guarantee that you take that manifestation to the next level by working at the root level, by connecting with your inner child. And the inner child, I could talk about the inner child all day in terms of how powerful that really is in reprogramming the subconscious to help you connect with who you truly are and who you were born to be. So if that's something you're interested in, then click the link below. Anyway, back to today's video. A perfect example of somebody other than myself who has used anger to be very successful and really smash all glass ceilings and sort of stereotypes is Eminem. Eminem, you know, everyone knows who Eminem is. His lyrics are of course very controversial, full of anger, full of hatred, full of frustration. But he has been, and was when he was at his peak, he was off the charts, you know, the first ever white rapper to make it in the way that he has, and he's paved the way for so many others to follow in his footsteps now because of what he done. And say what you will about Eminem, some people, you know, there are a lot of people that don't like him because he is so, you know, very volatile. I mean, I loved him. I wanted to marry Eminem, but that's a different video. He used anger to manifest. If you've seen 8 Mile, all of his circumstances, which were really bad growing up, and the experiences he had, you know, situations that, you know, a lot of people just thought he's a bum, you know, he's not going to do anything, he's not going to go anywhere. That man is a literacy genius, and when he tapped into that talent and he thought to himself, right, I'm going to use all this shit that life has dealt me and I'm going to throw it back, and I'm going to use the skills and the talents that I have and things that I'm passionate about, writing, rapping, and I'm going to make it work for me. You know, his success spoke for itself. It works. It's so powerful, and so many successful rich people, they do just that. There are so many examples. You think about sportsmen, sportswomen, boxers. You think about people like there's a program that I love. It's called SAS, Who Dares Wins. Now the SAS Secret Service agents, they are another perfect example of people who've had quite tough upbringings if you look at their background and their stories. And they've taken all that aggression and all that anger and they've channeled it into something super, super, super positive. And it carries them. It literally takes them to heights and to places that at one point they probably never, ever thought was possible for them. And that is the power of working with the law of attraction and using anger to manifest whatever you want. And trust me when I say that people who say to you, no, don't be angry, don't be revengeful, that's not the right way to go. Shall I tell you the only reason why they're saying that? The only reason they're saying that to you is because you are a lot more trouble to deal with when you're angry. If you've ever been depressed like I have, and you've been perhaps suicidal, or you've had suicidal thoughts, or you've just been at a stage in your life or at a point where you felt like, I'm just giving up, like this is just too hard, I hate myself, I hate life, and nothing's working for me, I'm not getting anywhere. You know how that feels, and it is a terrible, horrible place to be when you feel that powerless. But when you're angry, as in you're actively angry and getting riled, you are a lot more trouble to deal with than for the people around you. A depressed person keeps themselves to themselves, and they're quiet, and you know they're tucked away in their room or whatever. They're not out and about, are they? But an angry person, anger is a better feeling than depression, because it comes with a sense of empowerment that's like, right, well, actually I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and you start to connect again with your own sense of power, basically your own inner strength, and you can quickly move through that, but you can also make it work for you. You can use it to get you where you want to go. And I tell you, speaking of Eminem, I was listening to a song earlier today called Airplanes, and I haven't heard this song for years, but I love it. Listen to the song Airplanes Part 2 featuring Eminem. There's two versions. The first one is very good, but Part 2 is brilliant because that's the one with Eminem. And the lyrics to that song is all about how it's not about where you've been, it's about where you're going. And when you use your imagination and you use your dreams to carry you and you connect with them, and even if you are coming from a place of revenge where you're like, you know what, I want to prove everyone wrong and I want to piss everyone off, and I'm going to do that by being super successful, or whatever it is that you know your goal is. It doesn't have to be something major. Like I said, as long as it makes you feel good, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks or says or how big a dream it is. You listen to that song Airplanes, and you know those lyrics will give you an insight as to how so many people, so many successful people get frustrated and get angry and have had some really horrible experiences. But it doesn't matter about where you've been, it's all about where you're going. It's all about right now. It's all about what you're doing with that emotion right now. And it's about honouring where you are and not denying your feelings, not trying to force yourself to feel something that you just simply don't right now. So if you are really struggling with manifesting, using anger to manifest I guarantee it will switch everything, and it will turn things around for you very quickly, because chances are the reason why you're not getting where you want to right now is because there is a lot of repressed emotion. And repressed emotion is something that we all experience and we all suffer from, especially when we want dreams and we want things to happen in our lives that just aren't coming. So don't be ashamed. Don't beat yourself up for where you are right now. You're doing an amazing job. And I can assure you that if you actively use your negative emotion and you fuel it into some kind of positive focus for yourself, it will transcend. And not only will those positive emotions naturally become organic for you, because you'll be moving up the emotional guidance scale, you will start to see the results physically manifesting around you, and those results will stick. They won't come and go like they may have been. They will stick because you would have shifted with them, and those lower vibrations, that energy, that emotion and those beliefs that you once carried would have gone. So again, there'll be nothing those manifestations won't feel watery or tepid or lukewarm. They will be exactly as you want them to be, because you will be an exact match for them. Even if you're using anger to manifest initially, the universe doesn't judge. The universe just gives what you provide it with to give. Go on, go. So I'm driving at the moment, and it's school time. Kids being picked up from school now that they're back. So I hope today's video has helped. I hope you found it of some benefit. Please feel free to comment below, subscribe to my channel for weekly videos and updates, and of course feel free to share if you know anyone who might benefit from this video also. Click the link below if you are interested in the Law of Attraction Miracle Process. It is a fantastic program which will help you to eradicate any beliefs or negative emotions that you keep continuing to trip up over when it comes to using the Law of Attraction. You can also check out my 4-week program, Ignite Your Passion and Purpose, if you would like to work with me on a one-to-one basis, and we will help you get very quickly and firmly where you want to be on your destined pathway through tapping into your own unique passions, talents and natural gifts that are yours by divine right. Anyway, until next time, lots of love, take care, and I will speak with you very, very soon.